Hello everyone, my name is Nilsor and welcome to this second Q&A. But first let me tell you that today is the second anniversary of the channel and that I'm hoping to reach my 10,000 subscribers milestone goal this year. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them the next time around. So let's get started. First question is from Milu1. Will you ever consider doing or covering the Witcher series? No, because I have barely played the first one, and I've only watched playthroughs of the second. Will you continue to expand the Dragon Cook Tavern? No plan for that now, but keeping on doing a once per month video. If you had a tree that could produce or grow anything, what would it be? Gold or diamonds, probably? Next question from Spectral Thibaut. Est-ce que tu sais bien dessiner? Si c'est le cas, pourrais-tu nous montrer tes œuvres? In English, do you know how to draw? And if so, could you show us some of your work? I don't know how to draw, so no. Joues-tu à Borderlands, Bioshock ou bien Assassin's Creed? Do you play at Borderlands, Bioshock or Assassin's Creed? I've played some of the Assassin's Creed games and a bit of Borderlands with my friends. Matt Reed asks, what stuff do you want to see when Fallout 4 comes out? I think it would be really cool if you could play it with a virtual reality device. Other than that, an expanded universe, like if you could travel between remote locations like you can do in Dragon Age Inquisition. That and a bunch of awesome characters to come along with you on your journey. From Rhys Cowell. If you had 1 million euros, how would you spend it? Probably do crazy stuff with it, like placing it into multiple saving accounts to live off of the interests and buy a small house somewhere along with a car. Next question from Michael Curry. How did you learn English? Besides years at school, I feel like by mostly watching films and TV shows in English. More specifically by watching Friends when I was a teenager. Back then I was watching 3 episodes per day, one after breakfast, one when coming back from school and one before going to bed, so I feel like it really helped me out a lot. Zoe24 asks, how did you get into cooking? It's a family thing. My mother and grandmother are both excellent cooks, and I guess I caught the virus too. Next from Breton Charles. How much anime have you seen in your life, and do you have a favorite one? I'm not too much into anime actually. I think the only ones I've truly watched were Naruto, Avatar, that I finished not too long ago, and Legend of Korra, of which I'm mid-season 3 right now. As for a favorite, I would say Avatar. So far, it's the one with the characters I like the most. DJ Masters 1998 is asking, what other consoles do you have? None. Well, actually that's not true. I think I must still have my Game Boy back in my parents' house with Pokémon Red in it. Next from Extremist. What's your favorite food? Well, this question is terrible because I'm very open about food. Answering it backward, I'll say as long as the plate doesn't have any Brussels sprouts in it, I'm good. Crazy237 asks, how do you look like? Well, you'll probably see my face one day, maybe when the channel will reach 10,000 subs. From Alan Lane. Have you ever played any of the Bioshock games, and if you have, are you going to do any videos on them? No, I have not played them, although I've watched some of my friends play it a bit. Alway Trent is asking 20 questions, so let me answer them all, lightning round style. Okay. Opinion on Gamergate. What a mess. What do you think of AVGN/IRedGamer? Well, I've watched and liked a lot of the Angry Video Game Nerds videos a while back, although I haven't watched his most recent ones. I don't know who IRedGamer is. Fallout or Elder Scrolls? Fallout. Do you have any significant regrets? I tried not to have any, so no. What are some of your favorite non-gaming related YouTube channels? Well, mostly channels about vlogging and comedy like Dex Bonus, Strep689 and Geek and Sundry. What are your favorite beverages? Beer and wine. More specifically, Belgian beer and Bourgogne wine. How strongly have video games affected your life, and in what ways? A lot by helping me feeling less lonely and expanding my imagination. What things do you value or enjoy as much as video games? TV shows, movies, board games and tabletop role-playing games. Do you like electronic music outside of video game music? Not particularly. What political or social changes would you like to see in the world? The switch from a capitalist economy to a far more humanist one where people are valued because they are people and not based on their ability or inability to produce goods and services in a rigged from the start system. Do you have any pets? Nope, but I'd like to have a dog again someday. On average, how many hours do you game per week? A lot. What are some of the games you have played for the longest amount of time total? According to Steam, I've played 450 hours of both New Vegas and Crusader Kings 2. I guess Baldur's Gate is also in that sort of time frame. What is one game you want to spend more time playing? Legend of Grimrock 2. I have yet to finish this game, but I never found the time or the want to play it for a while now. What is one game you wish you had spent less time playing? Nothing comes to mind. What is the weirdest experience you've had while gaming? Well, in WoW, when the Anchorage doors opened and the server kept on crashing. So many weird mobs spawning, despawning, and just everyone falling through the world. It was great. Favorite kind of pizza? Savoyard. What is the meaning or purpose of life? Well, I'll quote Joss Whedon on that one and say that if nothing we do matters, then all that matters is what we do. What are your main interests outside of gaming? TV shows, tabletop games, and cooking. Phew. From The Major. Is there a particular YouTube channel or online content maker that is inspiring your work? Did you see a certain video and think, I want to make a video like that? Channel that specifically inspired me for the style I have, I don't think so. But people like Total Biscuit inspired me to go for the quality of content instead of quantity. Cellbind would like to know in what part of the country do I live in? I live in good old Paris. Elvis Mendoza 150 asks, do you play WoW? Yes, for 10 years now, on and off. Kinsey Miller wants to know if I have an Xbox 360 and profile. I don't. Next question is from Skateboarding. Do you smoke weed? Well, when I was younger, I decided that between damaging my lungs or my liver, I'd choose the latter. So no, I have not, or any other kind of smoke either. Courier6 asks, are you planning more with the channel, or are you going to continue with lore and cooking videos? Right now, I'm fairly happy with the content I produce and my releasing schedule. Although with Pillars of Eternity coming out officially next month, I'd have to see how I'm going to incorporate that. From Nuka-Cola 900, if you could travel and work in one country, where will you go and what will you hope to do? Well, I prefer cold to warm weather, so it will probably be somewhere like Quebec, or maybe Iceland, which I have a fascination for, although I've been to neither of this part of the world. As to what I would hope to do, I don't know specifically, something video game related, and that is appreciated, I guess. Question from Professional Hitman. Why did you make your channel? Mainly, I did it because I'm a big fan of Obsidian's writing, and I was kinda sad to see so many people missing on some of it because they either never finished the game, or just did it once without exploring the other choices that were possible. So I decided to do these concise and comprehensive videos to cover everything in a practical format. And finally, from The Crippled Egg, if you could live in the Fallout universe, what would you do? What faction would you join support? What area would you reside in? What species would you be? What would be your occupation? What would be your karma? What ultimate end will you work for? I'll probably be like a shop or bar / tavern owner, selling goods and drinks to local and travelers. As for faction, the Brotherhood of Steel would be nice, otherwise the NCR would be pretty okay. Karma-wise, I think I'll have the same one than in D&D, which is neutral good. And I'll probably be too busy keeping my establishment running to be able to focus on any sort of endgame, keeping my building from getting demolished by raiders and whatnot. Okay, so that's it for this Q&A. Leave your questions in the comments for me to answer next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.